Welcome to the shit show that is the rabbit hole. I'm gonna turn off this fucking air conditioner because it's just so goddamn loud.
Air conditioner.
Shut up.
Air conditioner.
I love how, like, even though you didn't mean to do it, Rusty.
Yeah.
Remori's boyfriend is always watching over him in this.
Oh wait!
In this. In the studio. Can you find
You know what?
Oh, there he is.
I love it. It's on my side as well.
Yeah, that's the
That
best.
is. Oh my god, that is one of the best coincidences ever.
Yeah, Remori. Sit in my spot.
Yeah, and it's like,
There you go. He's right above your head.
There you go, exactly. Mitsu's always watching. Oh, you know, fucking insert, fucking,
That is such a fucking funny coincidence.
but like, insert the meme, from Monsters Incorporated. Always watching. Always watching.
Wazowski. Always watching.
Exactly. Well, hey. Welcome to the Rabbit Hole Podcast. Still two down today. What?
I should probably pull that up. I'm
He's just
smart.
talking to himself. Continue on. He's a madman.
Shut up. I'm doing
He's already
it.
drunk.
No, sadly not.
No, I haven't even started drinking yet. I'm gonna save my drinking for the show. I'm gonna get flabbergasted by the end of it. But either way,
Oh, I can read. What the fuck? Sorry.
ladies and beans, welcome to the Rabbit Hole Podcast. Today we are two down. FaZe and Shreddyfire are not here with us again today, but either way, we still have the beautiful faces of Rustic, LynxParadox, Nerocool, and RemoriDesu as he falls underneath the table over there.
You beautiful bastards.
And I'm your bun behind the ear, Mr. Mako. And today we're talking. We're talking about some things, some hardcore things, real quick. And I'm like, it's gonna be a little tasty, don't you think?
Yeah. Apparently it tastes like pork.
Like if you
Bacon
guys
and eggs today.
bacon, yeah. I mean, Alcatraz means pelican.
What?
What? Where did that come from?
Fuck does that have to do with anything?
That's just to throw everyone off of what.
Congratulations, you succeeded. Fucking hell.
Congratulations, you're a fucking idiot.
Honestly, hey. Sometime being an idiot is the best. All right. Absolutely best. But one thing before today's episode is actually sponsored.
What?
Yeah.
Raid Shadow Legends.
No.
Tell me it's just
no.
as cringe.
No, I'm
No, by himself and his path to a partner.
Wait, is it an energy drink?
kind
Who
of.
the fuck is sponsoring us?
Let's go.
Yeah, okay. Hold up. Let me bring
Don't tell
up
it.
everything
Don't tell
here.
it to Shred.
I have the whole thing here. Here we are.
To
We
Shred.
are This episode is brought to everybody by Swift Lifestyles. And what Swift Lifestyles is, they're more or less vitamins, drinks. They have all kinds of different stuff. They have the and basically these are powders. Like my personal favorite is the hydrate cotton candy, and me and Norma's gonna be getting all three of them because we've been sponsored not only on the Rabbit Hole Podcast, but on both of mine and Norma's streams as well.
Oh yeah. Sounds tasty.
So, yeah, this episode is brought to you by Swift Lifestyles. If you guys want to go check it out, they have all kinds of different things, mixes and stuff like that to really get your kick out of the day and get going. It's actually really, really good. I do highly recommend it. Go to swiftlifestyles.com, and when you're checking out, get 15% off using the code MrMaco. But,
Or the link's probably going to be in the description too.
yes. But on to speaking of things that are tasty. Let's get into today's story, which this episode is going to be a two-parter. This is the harrowing tale. It's not really harrowing. It's really nasty. Of the Pigman, Robert William Pickton.
Willy.
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 Let me. So this is redneck Canada. Can you give me what would a southern Canadian French accent sound like?
That is a oddly specific request. I will point that out.
I ain't your fucking monkey.
Yeah, no, but you
You're
are the only
Canadian.
resident Canadian that can also speak French. I want to hear what does a southern Frenchman
don't even
sound
know.
like.
Bro, you know what?
Willy impersonation.
I've been further in the U.S. than I've been in fucking Quebec, so I have no clue. I've explored more of the U.S. when I was young than I've went in fucking my own province, so I don't fucking know.
What do you think that Robin William Pickton sounds like?
He's not from Quebec. He's Canadian.
He's Canadian, but he's not from Quebec.
No, he's from around Vancouver, I think.
He's British Columbia.
Well, Vancouver's in British Columbia.
Oh, well, there you go. But it's still, isn't that French over there?
I'm trying to think of what a
No.
Robin
Is that mostly
Pickton
English?
sounds like.
Except, in Canada, the only province that speaks French is Quebec City. It's Quebec.
Oh, it's Quebec.
The rest of it is completely English.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, is Quebec the only place where on boxes of cereal that they have to put in French and English on both sides?
No, everywhere in
Or
Canada they have to.
Oh, that's all in Canada. Okay.
Yeah. It's the same thing for us.
But Quebec
Even
is
in here, there's English.
the only place where it's French.
Yeah, it's the only place where it's spoken. It's the main
More you
spoken
know.
language.
Yeah.
Which is the
Insert
stupidest thing
rainbow.
ever. I hate it. It's the Indian language, but whatever.
Alcatraz means pelican.
Okay, we heard the first
What
time.
the fuck is this?
Go for it.
What is this goddamn train?
I'm just trying to get some laughs before we really get into it. Okay,
Oh my god, who is this Willy person?
We're going to talk about Old Willy. Old Willy is a Canadian serial killer who was convicted in 2007 of second-degree murders of 6 women. Arrested in 2002, he was the subject of a lengthy investigation that yielded evidence of numerous other murders. Pickton was charged with deaths of additional 20 women, many of them from Vancouver's downtown east side. That's the red light district for those that don't know. But these charges were stayed by the Crown in 2010. Pickton was sentenced to life in prison with no possibility of parole for 25 years. The longest possible sentence for murder under Canadian law at the time that it was sentenced. During the trial's first day of the jury evidence, the Crown stated that Pickton had confessed to 49 murders to the undercover agent from the Office of the Inspector General, who was posing as a cellmate. The Crown reported that Pickton told the officer that he wanted to kill another woman to make it an even 50. And that he was caught because he was sloppy.
The fuck?
Sloppy.
He was sloppy. This is gonna be a type episode. But, Rusty, you like pigs?
Not really.
I can imagine you having a pet mini pig.
The fuck?
That'd be fucking amazing.
Why? Why of all people here me?
I don't know.
Free bacon.
No, you don't eat mini pigs. They are.
You're not the one who decides that.
They are smart.
Telling me you don't fry up some
They
mini
are
bacon
smarter
from
than
now time
dogs.
to time?
Okay, mini pigs are
Yeah,
smart.
they're also worth like $5,000.
Yes,
So
they are really fucking expensive.
that's an
Why
expensive
would I
slice of
spend
bacon.
5K on a fucking pig?
That's an expensive slab of bacon.
Because
Goddamn.
it's cute and
Rustic.
adorable.
They really
Don't you
are
want-
fucking adorbs. I would love to have one.
Don't you want to wake up in the morning and have some
Yeah,
mini
like a
bacon
fun-
and mini eggs?
With the way
Many eggs. You gonna eat quail?
this is all right, Dr. Seuss. What is this? Instead of green eggs and ham, it's mini eggs and ham.
Mini bacon.
Mini bacon and ham. Mini bacon and eggs. Okay.
Mini pig.
You want me to take over from there? Is that a yes or is that a no? Fucking say what words.
All right. Well,
Yours, big man.
I'll do the first paragraph of early life.
yeah, you okay? Well, do yeah.
Fucking, I hate you.
This whole damn table's just gonna be turning.
much.
The whole damn table's
hate
gonna be
you.
turning into
All right.
You'd be
Robert
turning
William
into a fucking
Pickton
slaughterhouse.
was born to Leonard and Louise Pickton, a family of pig farmers in Port Coquitlam, British Columbia, 27 kilometers, 17 miles, east of Vancouver. There you go, I was right. Before he was born, his older sister, Linda, was sent to live with relatives in Vancouver, as their parent thought that the pig farm would be an inappropriate settings to raise a lady. Robert is his young... Fucking hell!
Every time the word pig is said, I'm going to oink. Okay.
Don't you fucking dare!
Robert and his younger brother David began working on the farm from an early age. Louise was very demanding, prioritizing the pigs
Oh, God.
over the brothers' personal hygiene, sending them to schools in unwashed, dirty clothes, reeking of manure, earning them the nicknames Stinky Piggy from their classmates. Pickton was strongly attached to his mother and had little interaction with his abusive father. So, their mom just didn't give a shit.
No,
about
no,
them.
no. She really cared more about the pigs than she did her own children.
I'm gonna come over there and fucking slap you.
Right, I'm DMing Norma.
Drive
Give me a
over.
minute.
She's asleep.
Yes.
Leave her alone.
Damn it!
Remori, would you like to take on the early teens?
When he was in his early teens, he used his savings to buy a calf, which became his beloved pet. One day, after failing to find it after school, he was told by his mother to check the barn, where he was heartbroken to have found it slaughtered. Pickton dropped out of school in 1963 at the age of 14 and acquired a position as a butcher's apprentice. In 1970, he left his apprenticeship to work full-time at the family farm. Both his parents died in 1978, leaving the farm to Pickton and his two siblings. Linda and David did not want the farm. David took over the house, and Willy began running the farm on his own while living in a remote area of the property in a trailer.
So, like, his beloved pet was a cow. And the cow, like, he loved it to death. Like, he raised it ever since it was a little bitty thing. And then when he got home from school, he had found that his father had slaughtered it.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Imagine having to eat it too.
Oh.
That's gonna fuck up your childhood before he became a serial killer.
Gotta waste the
some
meat,
fork.
man.
Puts fork in fucking in some beef.
It tastes like happiness.
Oh my god.
It's that one's a bit rough.
Okay, by the way, wait. The next sentence. Worker Bill Hiscox. What a fucking name.
Yeah, his cock, my cock, your cock, whose cock?
Our cock?
What?
So you gotta have fun during
Sausage
these
party!
types of episodes, guys, I swear. Worker Bill Hiscock called the farm a creepy-looking place, and described Pickton as a pretty quiet guy, whose occasional bizarre behavior, despite no evidence of the substance abuse, would draw attention. Sorry. The Pickton brothers began to... neglect the site's farming operations. They registered a non-profit charity, the Piggy Palace, Good Time Society, with the Canadian government in 1996. So more or less, they made this bar on the pig farm.
In one of the slaughterhouse.
In one of the slaughterhouses, exactly.
Yeah, converted as a freaking dance floor and shit.
Mm-hmm. They made a whole, yeah, it's really fun. So they're having fun at this point. Its events included raves and wild parties featuring Vancouver sex workers and gatherings in a converted slaughterhouse on a farm. And well, apparently it gives you the whole freaking thing, but we don't need to. We're at Port Coquitlam.
Coquitlam.
Yeah. These events attracted as many as 2,000 people, and members of the Hells Angels were known to be frequent on the farm. So on March 23rd of 1997, Pickton was charged with attempted murder of a sex worker, Wendy Lynn Esther, whom he had stabbed several times during an altercation at the farm. Esther had informed the police that Pickton had handcuffed her, but that she had escaped after suffering several lacerations. Bah! She told them she had disarmed him and stabbed him with his weapon. Pickton sought treatment at the Eagle Ridge Hospital. While Iser recovered at the nearest emergency room, he was released on a $2,000 bond. The charge was dismissed on January 1998, and months later, the Picktons were sued by Port Coquitlam officials for violating zoning ordinances, neglecting the agriculture for which had been zoned, and having altered a large farm building to the land for the purpose of holding dances, concerts, and other recreations. The Picktons ignored the legal pressure and held a 1998 New Year's Eve party, after which they were faced with an injunction banning future parties, and the police were authorized to arrest and remove any person attending future events at the farm. The society's non-profit status was removed the following year. For inability to produce financial statements, it was subsequently disbanded. So, no more parties.
Yep, they're banned from having parties.
Going to have a rave.
Banned from the parties. He's already attacked a woman. He got away with it. And now it's just going to keep going on this downward spiral, right? Maybe. Sure. Let's see what.
Over the course of 3 years, Hiscox noticed that woman who visited the farm eventually went missing. On February 6, 2002, police executed a search warrant for illegal firearms at the property. Robert and David Pickton were arrested, and police obtained a second warrant using what they had seen on the property to search the farm as part of the BC Missing Woman investigation. Personal items belonging to the missing woman were found at the farm, which was sealed off by members of the Joint RCMP, Vancouver Police Department Task Force. The following day, Pickton was charged with weapons offense. Both of the Picktons were later released. However, Robert Pickton was kept under police surveillance. So he got caught.
Yeah,
with guns.
Got caught with guns. We're not.
And stolen freaking valuables from the victims.
Exactly. So, and I think it's just gonna actually, I think we might be able to get this episode done in one day. Remori?
I mean, at this point, they still got released because there's no evidence.
Yeah.
They got missing person shoes and fucking things and firearms.
But they still do not have the substantial evidence.
Definitive proof.
Yeah, exactly. To, as Link takes a drink, to really arrest them. Guess that pussy was dry. All right. No. I want you guys to hate me. I've been trying so hard.
You're getting there.
Mako, the thing is,
there.
I already do.
I've been trying so hard. Like, I love you guys. I do. But I'm waiting for the moment that every single one of you will just go off on my ass and just shut the fuck up.
Hey, oh, by the way, did you know
Come on,
Alcatraz
just
means
stop.
pelican?
Oh shit! Really?
Oh my
I
god.
didn't know that.
Dude, what a fun fact.
On February 22nd, Robert Pickton was arrested and charged for 2 counts of first-degree murder in the deaths of Serena Abbotsway and Mona Wilson. On April 2nd, 3 more charges were added for the murders of Jacqueline. I can't pronounce that name. Jacqueline.
Jacqueline.
Jackie
Jacqueline,
McDonald,
probably.
Diane Rock, and Heather Bottomley. A 6th charge for the murder
Jacqueline
of
McDonald.
Andrea
Yeah.
Josbury was laid on April 9th, followed
Jacqueline!
shortly by
Sorry.
a 7th for Brenda Wolfe. On September 20, 4 more charges were added for the slayings of Georgina Papin, Patricia Johnson, Helen Hallmark, and Jessima Firminger. 4 more
Firminger.
charges
I don't know why that's
Four
just
more.
put in my head.
for the murders of Heather Chinook.
Yeah,
Tanya
Heather Chinook.
Pollock, Sherry Irving, and Inga Hall were laid on October 3rd, bringing the total to 15. So it was the largest investigation of any serial killer in Canadian history. On May 26, 2005, 12 more charges were laid against Pictons for the killing of Cara Ellis, Andrea Borehaven, Deborah Lynn Jones, Marnie Frey, Tiffany Drew, Kerry Koski, Sarah D. Vries, Cynthia Felix, Angela Jardine, Wendy Crawford, Diana Melnick, and Jane Doe, bringing the total
So
number.
pretty much another unknown woman.
Yeah, another unknown. I think that's why it's highlighted, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bringing the total number of first-degree murder charges to 27.
Jesus Christ.
Only been like 3 years, my dude.
Mm-hmm.
27.
Putting in light work. Jeez.
Yeah.
27 in 3 years. And excavations continued at the farm through November 2003. The cost of the investigation is estimated to have been Canadian $70 million.
So like $30 American, pretty much.
Yep.
By the end of 2003, according to the provincial government, the province government, whatever. As of 2015, the property is fenced off, underlined by the Crown and Right of British Columbia. In the meantime, all the buildings on the property except the small barn have been demolished. And, forensic analysis proved difficult because the bodies may have been left to decompose or eaten by insects and pigs. And, hold up, where'd it go? I lost it. There it is.
During the early days of the excavation.
Forensic anthropologists brought in heavy equipment, including 2 50-foot, 15-meter flat conveyor belts and soil sifters to find traces of human remains. And on March 10th of 2004, the government revealed that Pickton may have grounded up human flesh and mixed it with pork that he sold to the public. The Province's health authority later issued a warning. Another claim was made that he fed the bodies directly to his pigs.
I mean, look, if you're gonna be a serial killer, I think the best way to dispose of the bodies is to just let everybody else eat them, right?
Just kidding.
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, okay, did you know how fucking voracious
That's
pigs
one
are?
way of doing it.
They eat everything. Okay, I don't know why I know that, but if you put a dead body in front of pigs, they're gonna eat it, and they're gonna eat the bones, the clothes, fucking metal, or anything on the body.
Oh shit!
It's
I didn't know.
Yeah,
they're
I literally
pigs-
thought they
insane.
were just like.
Pigs
They are
eat
voracious.
everything. So if you want to hide a body, make sure you have a pig. This is why you need a mini pig, Rusty.
Yeah, Rusty, you gonna spend that 5K now?
I'm not. No, I have
This is
I
why you
have
can
other
get rid
ways.
of the evidence.
I have- Well, I have other ways. No, don't worry. I have other ways.
He has to buy. He's gonna buy a mini pig so he can.
Rusty
he
is
can
not
hide
a
the
serial
mini
killer.
meat.
Yeah,
We're just-
Rustic just takes the pig by the fucking scruff of his neck and goes.
It could be.
A pig wouldn't hurt.
You could call him
Keep-
Mr. Porkers.
no.
Call him Mr. Porkers.
Mako, I am not hiding my dead bodies with a mini pig, okay? I have my own methods. Don't worry about it.
I'm not hiding my dead
I like
bodies
a
in Mr.
regular-sized
Porkers.
pig.
So, hey me, if you're editing this podcast, can you put like in big bold letters, "Rusty is not a murderer"?
Yet.
He doesn't
Mako
edit
does
these.
this.
I do these,
Yeah.
but I can't. do
Okay,
that.
well, Mako, yeah, do that. Fucking
In big bold letters.
disclaimer.
Disclaimer. Rusty is not a serial killer. But like in the
Yet.
Mako, in the corner,
And
you have to put like
a
yet.
little yet.
Yeah.
Preliminary.
Thank you. Why is it so goddamn hard to speak right now?
Why the fuck did you make a
You-
pig noise?
Memori, you can say it. Just read it. You can say the word.
A
Just
preliminary inquiry was held in 2003, the testimony from which was covered by a publication ban until 2010. At the inquiry, the fact was revealed that Pickton had been charged with attempted murder in connection with the stabbing of a sex worker, Wendy Lynn
Esther.
Esther? Yeah. Esther testified at the inquiry that after Pickton had driven her to... You're going to have to help me out. This was Port Cook...
Kitlam.
Coquitlam.
Kitlam. Fucking hell. You want me to just read it?
Port quote
Yes.
clitoris.
Shut the fuck up.
I just made every
and-
one of my our Canadian listeners just really pissed off. I mean, just
So she testified at the inquiry that after Pickton had driven her to the farm and had sex with her, he slapped a handcuff on her left hand, stabbed her in the abdomen. She stabbed Pickton in self-defense. Later, both she and Pickton were treated at the same hospital where staff used the key they found in Pickton's pocket to remove the handcuffs from the woman's wrists. So, she must be pretty badass if she's able to just disarm
No,
and stab
you.
him back.
just disarm.
Yeah.
No, you.
Just know you.
That was the.
He just goes for it. She goes, no, you. He goes, oh shit. Oh fuck.
No, exactly.
Yeah, just like...
The attempted murder
commits
charge
seppuku.
against Pickton was stayed on January 27 of 1998 because the woman had drug addiction issues, and prosecutors believed her to unstable for her. Believed that she was too unstable for her testimony. They really worded that fucking awful. To help secure a conviction. The clothes and rubber boots Pickton had been wearing that evening were seized by police and left in an RCMP storage locker for more than 7 years. Not until 2004 did lab testing show that the DNA of two women, Boerhaven and Ellis, was on the item seized from Pickton in 1997.
In 1998, according to Vancouver Police Detective Constable Lorimer Schenner learned of a call made to a police tip phone line stating that Pickton should be investigated in case of the woman's disappearance. According to Schenner's account, described at length in his 2015 book about the case, he struggled to attract sufficient police resource and attention to the case until the 2002 search of Pickton's farm by the RCMP. In 1999, Canadian police had received a tip that Pickton had a freezer filled with human flesh on his farm. Although they interviewed Pickton, who denied killing the missing woman, and obtained his consent to search his farm, the police didn't conduct a search at the time.
But when they did,
Wait, what?
there.
So they got the green light to just straight up go in it, and they're like, you know what? Nah, sorry, didn't mean to bother, sorry.
Now,
It's like, he was gonna let us search. Yeah, he's probably fine.
he's probably fine. Yeah, exactly. But there is, if I remember reading somewhere, it's not on this. It probably is later on. But they did find a freezer, and it was perfectly split right down the middle of a human skull.
Oh my god.
Damn, that's actually kind of impressive.
And
I'm not gonna lie.
and the
Splitting a human skull.
and the other half
He has a slaughterhouse.
was underneath that in another bucket. There was two separate halves of the same face. One was down in one bucket, one was in another bucket in this freezer.
I mean, it sounds impressive, but you have to remember the guy has a fucking slaughterhouse at his disposal.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
but like,
you're right.
but still, to split a human skull in half, like that takes a lot of fucking pressure. I'm honestly
Oh,
impressed.
they sliced through pigs'
You know that by
entire body.
experience, Rusty?
Rusty is going to
Don't
be
worry
a serial
about it.
killer. And fucking, don't worry about it. He's
No, he already is. We just don't know it yet.
when the charges come
Just
out
haven't
against
found
you,
the
Rusty,
bodies.
we're not going to give. We might. Well, they probably will have. They'll probably seize all the podcasts.
probably-
Just for substantial evidence
No.
against you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
I
like,
mean, they're gonna
I'm gonna just
seize the
crack,
podcast.
I'm gonna just crack a beer open and be like, psh, called it.
No, Mako, they wouldn't use the podcast for evidence. They would use the podcast as evidence.
As evidence, exactly.
They wouldn't seize the video files themselves and have them taken down. although you would probably want to take them out anyway because you'd be association with me.
With a
Ayo,
literal
for publicity, fuck yeah.
We had a serial killer on our podcast.
Lynx,
Yeah,
did you ever?
That would make an interesting story.
That
That's the next clickbait title.
Okay,
we have a serial killer on our podcast? Question mark. A big open wide mouth. Like fucking.
Yo,
Anime speed lines.
Do you guys know who?
Red circle.
Do you know who the anime man is?
No.
Okay, he's a YouTuber. He makes like anime-centric videos. He had an interview with an ex-member of the Yakuza.
Oh shit.
All right.
Yeah, that was cool. Did completely different topic. I just the fact it's like,
Pelican.
oh, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Segue.
All right,
Whoa.
let's keep going. Trials.
You want to get into the trials. I was about to ask Lynx because, this is Lynx's first one of these types of episodes he's had with us. I was going to make his ass read.
Dude, want me to pick up on the trials?
Yeah, do you have it open?
Yeah, I do. It's
Ooh.
right here.
Then Rusty's next.
Fuck you.
Red 6 is just there
began
for
January 30th, 2006 in New Westminster? Minster?
Minister. Westminster.
Nero-
minor.
Westminster.
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 Westminster. Westminster.
If any Canadians are out there, please help. The only
Nero's Canadian.
How
This
does
one's proving incompetent.
Oh.
what? Like,
This one doesn't
how
work.
do you say this? Westminster.
It's
Take
Westminster.
it back.
Westminster.
Minster. Westminster.
Have you tried sounding it out?
No. I never learned to read.
Oh no.
Anyway,
America for you.
continue on links.
Pickton pleaded not guilty to 27 charges of first-degree murder in the Supreme Court of British Columbia. The voir dire phase of the trial took most of the year to determine what evidence might be admitted before the jury. Reporters were not allowed to disclose any of the material presented in the arguments. On March 2nd, one of the 27 counts was rejected by the Justice James Williams for lack of evidence. Only one?
Only one. But on August the 9th, Justice Williams served the charges, splitting them into one group of 6 counts and the other group of 20 counts. The trial proceeded on the group of 6 counts. The remaining 20 counts could have been heard in a separate trial, but ultimately were stayed on the August 4th, 2010. Because of the publication ban, full details of the decision are not publicly available, but the judge has explained that trying all 26 charges at once would be an unreasonable burden on the jury, as the trial could last up to 2 years. It also would have been an increased chance for a mistrial. The judge added that the 6 counts he chose had materially different evidence from the other 20. Office of Inspector General Senior Investigator R.G. McDowell was case agent for the investigation.
McDougald.
McDonald.
Shut the fuck up. Okay. How fucking coincidental is it that you decide to become a judge and your name is William Justice? Justice William.
Almost as coincidental as Himitsu's in that fucking box right there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, my name is Justice. I might as well become a fucking judge. Why not?
Why not? I mean,
that's unfair. I am Justice.
I am Justice. Slaps table.
Justice.
And none of your piggies gonna be oinking up at me. Rusty.
Yes.
Pick up where I left off. The date for the jury.
Fuck.
Alright, I'll third
pull it open.
I love that Rustic's the only one that's in desktop, but is the only one that has an avatar that's tall enough that he doesn't have to freaking use Space Mover.
I'm so tall.
Because he made the chairs for normal people.
Yeah, remember
I made the chairs just because fucking they're chairs.
the chairs.
Just an empty desk, and we'd be like,
Y'all are on boosters. Where did you leave off?
trials, the third paragraph.
The third paragraph. The date for the jury trial.
Okay. So the date for the jury trial of the first 6 counts was initially set to January 8th, 2007, but was later postponed to January 22nd on January 22nd. On that date, Pickton faced first-degree murder charges in the death of Faye. How the fuck do you say that second
Abbotsway.
Abbotsway. I'm gonna
Pepin, Joesbury,
Wolfie.
All
Wolfie
right,
and Wilson.
let me stop right there real quick. Let me do a southern twang to this for some reason. I don't know. I'll be like, you got Frey, you got Abbotsway, you got Pepin, you got Joesbury, Wolfie, and Williams.
Wheels.
After this is over, I'll say something funny. I'll tell you something funny after this whole podcast.
Honestly, I feel like out of all of those counts, Wilson's just kind of like the one that's like out. It's like Inky, Binky, Pinky, and Clyde.
Clyde. And we're not victim blaming. No, it's just that's kind of funny.
I'm just weirded by it. Okay, continuing. The media ban was lifted. For the first time, Canadians heard details of what was found during the long investigations. Skulls cut in half with hands and feet stuffed inside.
There
the remains of one. Yeah.
Skulls cut in
the
half.
Remains of one.
Yeah, there was all stuffed in a bucket inside this freezer.
You gonna let me speak?
Yes.
All right. You motherfucker. Where is it? Okay. The remains of one victim found stuffed in a garbage bag, and her blood-stained clothes found in Pickton's trailer. Part of another victim's jawbone and teeth found besides Pickton's slaughterhouse, and a .22 caliber revolver with an attached dildo containing both his and his victim's DNA.
What? Oh no! He used it on himself.
He used the .22 caliber revolver that he attached the dildo to.
Can we back up?
Practical dildo. Let's go.
Fuck.
That is the most impractical dildo I have ever heard of my life.
Read the rest of that real quick.
Okay, wait. In a videotape recording played for the jury, Pickton claimed to have attached the dildo to his weapon as a makeshift silencer.
As a makeshift silencer.
Okay, dildos would not work as a silencer.
No, they do not.
I'm just gonna say this for anybody watching who wants to make a homemade silencer. Dildos do not make a good homemade silencers. Oil cans, on the other hand, go ahead.
Why do you know this? Again,
Don't worry about
I'm
it.
bringing up the bold letters. Rusty is not a serial killer.
Rusty's Murder Advice 101.
Oh my god.
I love that. I love that of all the fucking paragraphs through this entire thing. The only one that talks about dildo you made Rustic read it.
Yep.
I read ahead on that. I was
Maka,
like, what the fuck?
Maka, basically, whenever I'm talking about murder, you just have to put up like a flashing like red text at the bottom saying like, Rusty is not a murderer yet.
Yeah.
Just need to get more elaborate every time.
If you
he
get
talks
stormed
like this.
by the fucking FBI, we're just gonna be like, he's the one that said it.
Yo. I'll just say it right here, right now. If we talk about like funny stuff, Rustic's like dead quiet. Now we're talking about murders, like the most talkative I've ever fucking heard him.
I have a lot of knowledge on this topic, okay? Jeez.
As of February 20th of 2007, the following information has been presented to the court. During Pickton's trial, lab staff testified that about 80 unidentified DNA profiles, roughly half male and roughly half female, have been detected on evidence. The items police found inside Pickton's trailer, a loaded .22 caliber revolver with a dildo over the barrel, and 1 round fired, boxes of 357 Magnum handgun ammunition, and night vision goggles, 2 pairs of fox fur line handcuffs, and a syringe with 3 millimeters, or military? Yeah, 3 milliliters of milliliters. I'm just fucking dumb. 3 milliliters of blue liquid inside. And Spanish fly. Aphrodisiac?
Aphrodisiac. It's a sex drug,
Yes,
basically.
Yes. A videotape of Pickton's friend Scott Chubb, what a name, saying that Pickton had told him a good way to kill a female heroin addict was to inject her with windshield washer fluid. A second type was played for Pickton, in which an associated named Andrew Bellwood said Pickton mentioned killing sex workers by handcuffing them and then strangling them and then bleeding and gutting them before feeding them to the pigs. Photos of the contents...
This guy has an MO.
Yeah. Photos of the contents of a garbage can found in Pickton's slaughterhouse, which held some of the remains of Mona Wilson. So now it's getting it got a little juicy on that one. Just a wee bit.
In October 2007, a juror was accused of having made up her mind already that Pickton was innocent. The trial judge questioned the juror, saying, "It's reported to me that you said from what you had seen you were certain Mr. Pickton was innocent. There was no way he could have done this, that the court system had arrested the wrong guy." The juror denied this completely. Justice William ruled that she could remain on the jury since it had not been proven she made the statement. So somebody said he wasn't.
Somebody tried to call a mistrial by starting a rumor that one of the jurors already made up her mind about him being innocent, and then the prosecuting judge basically asked, like, hey, did you already make up your mind? She was like, no. Okay. And so,
That easy.
that easy.
Just like it's.
But basically, it was an attempt to cause a mistrial. That way he could get off scot-free.
Walk away. Yeah.
Yep.
But then Justin James Williams suspended jury deliberations on December 6th of 2007. Hey, my grandma's birthday. After he discovered an error in his charge to the jury. Earlier in the day, the jury had submitted a written question to Justin James requesting clarification of his charge, asking, are you able to say yes, i.e. to find Pickton guilty, if we infer the accused acted indirectly? But on December 9th of 2007, the jury returned a verdict that Pickton is not guilty on 6 counts of first-degree murder, but is guilty of 6 counts of second-degree murder. A second-degree murder conviction carries the punishment of a life sentence, with no possibility of parole for a period of 10 to 25 years, to be set by the trial judge. And on December 11th of 2007, after reading 18 victim impact statements, British Columbia Supreme Court Judge Justice James Williams sentenced Pickton to life with no possibility of parole for 25 years. The maximum punishment for second-degree murder and equal to the sentence which would have been imposed for a first-degree murder conviction. Mr. Pickton's conduct was murderous and repeatedly so. I cannot know the details, but I know this. What happened to them, the victims, was senseless and despicable, said Justice Williams in the passing with the sentence.
I feel that's why I don't know why you would change it down to a second-degree murder charge.
I don't know why they changed it down to second degree either. That's
Because second
They
degree
couldn't
implies that it
prove a
wasn't
first-degree murder.
premeditated. Because like first degree was premeditated and he actually killed them. Second degree is you didn't plan to kill them. Third degree is like accidental. Right?
But
Or,
yeah,
like there wasn't
that's
like
why
a
they
plan.
downgraded, because they can't prove that it was premeditated.
yeah. They couldn't prove it.
Fair.
Even though I don't know how the fuck they couldn't prove it, even though they had half a
mean-
goddamn body split into fucking different sections inside a goddamn freezer.
I mean, no, he has a
Well,
proof.
I mean,
That
people
he
do
has
stuff-
a proof that
yeah.
he killed them. He doesn't. They don't have a proof that
No, they're not denying that he didn't kill him. It's just denying that like he didn't
They don't know for
like,
sure that he was
premeditate.
planning. Yeah, he was planning
Yeah.
on killing them. He was just.
planning on killing like this specific person.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was just fucking taking hookers and just killing them and then feeding them to pigs.
Yeah.
That guy's a psychopath.
Just
That much is evident.
absolute psychopath. Just it's like we can go on, but like honestly, that's pretty much it. Like they try to do some appeals, but there is they try to do some appeals, but those appeals all failed. He's currently just still serving his life imprisonment. He's still alive.
I feel like after a certain amount of kills, like people murdered, you should be put on the death sentence.
I mean, he's
No, that's too easy.
Yeah, it's too easy. But
Yeah, fair enough, actually.
But Robert William Pickton, old Willy the pig farmer, is still in. He's still in. Wherever the fuck. He's still in prison. I don't know where the fuck the prison is, but he's still there. He's 71 years of age, and let's see. When he was convicted in 2007, what's 7 plus 25?
7 plus 25.
Why the
32.
fuck are you looking at me? I'm not
32.
smart.
32. So he has 11 years before he might be able to for parole.
I feel like a person like that shouldn't be allowed parole, but that's just my personal opinion.
He's 71 years old. Do you really think he's going to make 11 more years in prison?
Probably not.
I mean, still.
If he
Just lock him up forever.
at this point, when he comes out, he will literally look like a pig. Gaped asshole and all.
It's gonna remind me
Yeah,
of
no,
that
just-
guy from
but
the
I-
Shawshank Redemption, where he like gets out of prison, then he's just sitting in the bus, like holding onto the rail, like I don't know what I'm doing, and then there's cars, and he's never seen cars before, and he gets so depressed. That's what's gonna happen.
It's a car.
Or before his time is over, he'll
It
just.
went in 2007, not 1909.
No, but the world's still gonna have changed.
Yeah,
Still 25 years later.
Smartphones in 2007.
It's fucking quarter of a century later.
He's gonna see people zipping around on fucking Heelys and hoverboards and shit, and be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Hoverboards. We were supposed to have hoverboards by 2015, according to Back to the Future, but what the fuck happened to that?
We're stupid. That's
We're
that's all I'm gonna chalk it up to.
That was Earth 2.0.
Yeah.
But that's going to be concluding our stories for today, ladies and beans. That was Robert Pickton. I thought it was going to be a two-parter, but no, we actually that's pretty much it.
Just before we finish it, have you seen the video of his confession?
No, I have not.
There's a video.
He's in a cell. He's in a cell in like his fucking prisoner jumpsuit, and then there's another guy in the same cell that is a cop that was like posing as an inmate, and he's just like, I killed 10 people, no. Just fucking threw him out at sea, and he just straight up stands up. He goes, I have a better one, and then just stands up and just goes sits right next to it, and he goes, a processing plant, 49 of them. Like he's fucking happy about it. He's like the only thing that he's like the only regret I have is that I couldn't get it to a fucking even 50. Like fucking hell.
He could not get it to the even 50, man.
The guy is fucking insane.
Fucking insane, but I guess you can really blame the pigs. But
Wait. You know what? I was gonna make a joke. No. Let's go.
I mean,
Wait, so
yeah.
how do you get caught again?
What?
Did they actually go over how they caught him on the last one?
Well, so it was because of the parties and stuff that they were doing on the property.
They already, yeah.
And they were telling them like, hey, this was not designed for this. You're not allowed to do this here. And so the government went in and like, hey, stop. And the police came, whatever. And then they had a bunch of stories from a few of the people that went to the bar that had known that some of the women that were on the missing persons list was last seen with Robert Pickton, and that's when the police got both of them.
Actually, no. The way they got caught is because
they
got a search warrant. They got a search warrant for illegal firearms.
For attempted murder.
Yeah.
He got acquitted from that one. He got acquitted.
Oh wait, he got acquitted from that? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh he was.
They had a search warrant for illegal firearms on the
illegal
barn, and when they
firearms,
went in,
that's right.
and when they went in,
and
they found missing.
And they got another warrant for the.
They found things from the missing person, so they just went to another one, and that's where they
got
found
another one in
So
relation.
it was a spiral down. That's how he got caught. Were you not paying attention, Lynx?
No, for some reason I thought there was like just a 50th person that got away. I guess I don't know.
Well, he only got. I think he only got
that part.
charged. Wait, did he only get charged with
He only got
28.
26 of them.
No, wait.
Well, no, he got charged with 28 of them, but it only conducted 6 of them to the
for
trials.
6 of them of the trials, yeah.
Yeah.
But
And then
he got convicted for 28 of them,
Well,
and then he admitted to killing 49.
admitted to 49, wanted an even 50, got trialed for 6. There's so many math. Numbers. But hey, if you want more reaction time, more focus, being energized, then please, ladies and gentlemen, check out Swift Lifestyles at swiftlifestyles.com. Check out their drinks at Cotton Candy, the bubble gum, and the fucking blue sour strip. I don't think I should say any curse words during the ad. But either way, guys, make sure you check it out. And with anything that you guys get over there, they also have some appeal. They have some nice little shirts, some shaker cups. They have some gear. They have all kinds of different fun stuff over there, including the drinks. And the drinks, my personal favorite, is the cotton candy. So please, guys, if you go over there and make sure you use Mr. Mako at checkout at swiftlifestyle.com/collections/drinks.
While we're on the topic of murders, have you heard of someone called the Beast?
I've heard of a roller coaster called the Beast.
A murderer, torture killer, and rapist known as the Beast confessed to killing 140 boys between 8 and 16 years old over a 17-year period.
All right.
Yeah.
So how big is that story?
Don't know, but he was originally sentenced to 1,853 years in prison.
Before you look up all the stuff, I'm going to leave that one for you, and we will do that episode next week.
It looks fairly small.
Don't have a backstory or anything?
Well, yeah, we can play up with
there's early life, victim type, killing patterns, investigation. It'd probably go for about maybe 20 minutes of reading.
But we could probably space it in the next episode. But either way, ladies and beans, thank you all so much for listening in. We hope that we've made you not want to eat any more pork for a little while. But please, guys, make sure to go over there and give some love where love is due at twitch.tv/rustic, twitch.tv/LynxParadox, twitch.tv/Nerocool, and twitch.tv/RemoriDesu. But until we see each other next time, you beans, remember to always hail yourselves.
Bye-bye.
You beautiful bastards.
Rustic, get the goddamn mini pig.
No.
Why?
I have other ways of disposing bodies.
The
Okay,
pig.
Jesus Christ.